All right, folks, let's try this video thing again here. Unfortunately, it's hard to go live on the inside of the building. It's very well shielded and insulated, so the signals are in and out, and Facebook Live requires a pretty strong signal to stay live. So it was cutting out the audio, so I'm just going to record this video, the walkthrough, and let you all see what's going on. Start here. This is our Secretary and Treasurer's office. This part of the building's finished out already. It's ready for use. This goes into our conference room. Yeah, Mr. Harvey Powell and his crew painted this up for us, donated their time and paint. And these cabinets here were purchased by Mr. Garrett and installed by Mr. Rick Glob. Donated, of course. Thank you very much again to everybody involved in finishing out this space. And this will allow us to have our board meetings, to meet with potential donors and sponsors, and have meetings with the community and prospective donors. Okay, outside here. Okay, so here's the grounds. This sign here, folks, this is temporary. We are not going to remove the Utica Elementary School signage on the building. It's historic and we're not going to remove it. This sign is just temporary. We're going to be taking it down and we're going to be placing it on these posts somewhere out here near the street as our temporary sign until we're able to have the funds to purchase a really nice sign for the property. Okay, we'll go and we'll enter here into the main hallway. Okay, as you can see, a lot of the old lockers are still present, and from what I understand, on the other side of this wall here in this area is where the old teacher's lounge used to be. And there's lockers here. There's no plans to remove any of these lockers. This area will be cleaned up, painted, probably some new carpet or flooring put in here. And we're going to keep the nostalgia of these lockers present. They're a good conversation piece and they're part of history. So no plans to remove any more lockers from the building. This room here is one of the additions that was done by Jacob's Well when they were here. It was an apartment used for women to live in, part of their ministry service. No one, I'll say it again, no one will be living on this property or in these apartments. That is not the purpose of our charity, but these spaces will be used for offices and whatnot for community service related programs and services. So as you can see, the exterior stone is also inside this hallway along this wall, full of character and history. It's beautiful. And we have another finished out apartment type space here. Again, no one will be living here. Main hallway. We'll come back to this area here. Let's come down the hallway here and check it out. The old bulletin board, it's going to remain. We'll probably take it down off there and clean it up when we paint the walls and put it back up again. We'll be able to post bulletins and information there for the community. And then look at this gym right here. That's staying. That's not going anywhere. That's a part of history. This space here is an unfinished space that was part of the plan for Jacob's Well. They were going to convert this into living spaces and offices. We don't have anything on our plans yet for what we're going to actually use this space for. So until we decide, it's just going to be a storage room of sorts. Okay, some additional bulletin boards. Okay, let's come down here. Entering into the cafeteria. It's equipped with a handicap chairlift here. serving counter for the cafeteria. You can see there's a lot of stuff in here that's going to have to come out so we can get this cleaned up. As you can see, the stone walls are all through this space. Now here's our kitchen. Yep, it's not really in that bad a shape. Just needs to be cleaned, painted, and some new appliances and some new lighting fixtures put in here. And it'll be ready for preparing meals for our summer meal program and the initiatives we work with to try to help feed the community. This room here, the plans for this room is to convert it to a ground level handicap accessible bathroom for the gymnasium. Right now, any restrooms in this part of the building, you have to go up and down stairs to get to the restrooms in this part of the building. So to make it accessible for handicap and to keep the children on the ground level, we're going to put a handicap accessible unisex bathroom right there. Here's the heart of the Utica United initiative. It's the gymnasium, the recreation services that we want to provide to the youth in this area, in our community. This is going to be where it all happens at. Basketball, and we don't know exactly what all we're going to put in here for the kids. We're going to allow the kids to make that decision. We plan on polling and interviewing kids from the community and letting them tell us what they would like to be in here. And then we're going to try to accommodate that to the best of our ability. But for sure, we're going to have basketball. And in addition to youth activities, we've had some people ask questions about adult basketball leagues in the evening during the week or on the weekend. So that's all possible. We have a stage up here we can use for activities for the kids as well. So one more time around. Here's the gymnasium, and you can see the roof's been leaking for a long time and there's some damage to the floor. But we're getting the roof fixed. It's on top of the priority list to get that done. We're going to get some dehumidifiers in here, and we're going to get these floors all dried out, and we're going to refinish them and make them beautiful again. And we've been talking with Sherman-Williams, and we think they might be donating the paint for us to paint these walls. They're trying to see what they can do for us. Like I said, we're going to get it done. So let's go through here, back up to the main hallway, and we'll go to what I call the education wing. It's where all the original classrooms or the classrooms were. And that's exactly what we're going to use them for, is classrooms. Education is very important. We're going to do what we can to help the community with it. All right. So I want to thank everybody that's been sharing photos on Facebook. And I'll let you in on a little secret here. So what we're going to do is we're going to make this hallway like a portal through time. And we're going to take a lot of those pictures and we're going to blow them up into big photos, and we're going to put them on these walls to show the history of what this building used to be. And we're going to put some cases along the wall here that's going to have pieces of history, old report cards, old textbooks, photographs, things that we find through the building as we clean it up and fix it. We're going to display them so the community and visitors can look at it, and they can look back and see what it was like for their grandmothers, grandfathers, aunts, uncles, moms, dads, what it was like for them when they attended school here. Okay. So we're gonna skip this classroom. There's some inappropriate graffiti on the walls that I don't want to share online. All right, so imagine coming in this room here, and it's full of musical instruments and art supplies. And this is where kids from the community can come and learn to play musical instruments or practice their musical instruments and do art activities. So that's one of our ideas for one of these rooms. You can see the rooms they're not in real bad shape. They need cleaned up, they need painted. They need maybe some of the carpet needs to be replaced or cleaned really well. But it's beautiful wood. And all these classrooms have these old antique closet doors that we're gonna keep. None of this is getting changed. We're just gonna clean it up and make it beautiful again. You see here how these doors work. They're pretty neat how those hinges are. If anybody knows how old they are or what kind of hinges those are, go ahead and share and let us know. I'm interested. Okay. Come here. Now this little office type room here, some of you former teachers and students can probably tell me exactly what this room was used for. But one of our ideas that we have is to create a small community library. And I think personally that this space would be great for that because these shelves are already here. They're beautiful wood shelves. They need to be cleaned up and polished a little bit. Fresh coat of paint, some nice pictures and stuff hanging on the wall here. Maybe have some kids or somebody paint a little mural or something in here on the walls and make this the community library possibly. If y'all think that's a good idea, talk about it in the comments. Okay. See here. There's 2 restrooms in this wing, the women's and the men's. They're not in horrible shape, but they're gonna need a lot of work. The plumbing needs to be redone and fixed up. Some of the commodes and the sinks are kind of tore up. It's been vandalized a little bit. But we're not gonna remove any of this tile or anything. We're gonna keep it as original as we can and just freshen it up with paint, get it clean, get the ceiling fixed up nicer and replace some light fixtures. And this will be the women's restroom for this part of the building. Storage closets. Here's another classroom. Now, imagine your child is struggling in math or science or whatever subject at school they're struggling in. And you as a parent, you may or may not understand what the material is. Since you've been out of school, maybe you've forgotten it, or maybe you didn't complete high school, or the material is challenging to you as well. Imagine if you had a place where you could take your kid and drop them off and they can get tutored for free certain days of the week in subjects that they're struggling in school. That's what we imagine for one of these rooms. Be a classroom where kids can come in and get tutored by college students or teachers who volunteer their time to help the community, help these kids do better in school. Here's another classroom. These 4 classrooms are pretty much the same, but they're exactly the same size. They're laid out a little bit differently. So imagine all the people in the community that may not have graduated high school, that don't have their GED, that they can come in the evening to an adult education workshop and class to help them work towards getting their GED and then actually get their GED for free. Of course, there's nothing that we're gonna do here is gonna cost money when it comes to the education side and the recreation side for the kids. So imagine that the community could come up here and work on their GED, maybe take some entrepreneurial classes or small business development classes to help them better themselves and be a better part of our community. If you think that's a good idea, talk about it in the comments. Let us know what you think these spaces should be used for, what type of initiatives you think we should put in here, because you are the community and we're doing this for you and for us. And we want it to be what's wanted, not what we think is needed. Now there will be a crossover where some of that crosses over and it'll be stuff that you want and stuff that we know you need or professionals think you need. And that's what we're going to do with this space. So let us know in the comments if you think it's a good idea or what you think we should add in here. Okay? We'll go down in the basement here, the education wing. That's what we're currently cleaning out right now. That's the goal for today, is to get this space all cleaned out and all this beautiful woodwork, beautiful banisters and stairs. That's all gonna stay. It's gonna get cleaned up. Okay. See here, we got this big open space. I'm not sure, but I've been told this space was used as a daycare and for Bible study for a couple of ministries that's used the building in the past. But we're gonna clean this all up. We don't really have a use for it yet. That's still up in the air. But we'll find something to use it for. This space here was full of washers and dryers. But you can see it's taken on some water damage over the years. The carpet's all been removed. But we're gonna get it all polished up, get it real nice again. And in this room here, it's just the boiler room and maintenance and stuff. It's nothing in there. We're gonna get it all cleaned up and it'll get closed off and locked and only used for maintenance and whatnot. Hey folks, so look at the outside of the building here. As you can see, we have removed a whole lot of trash and garbage and material that's been left over the years in the building. So here's the exterior of the gym and the cafeteria. This is going to be what I refer to as the recreation wing. This building here is what I refer to as the education wing. We got our flag up. And we come around where we started at on this little video tour, to what we refer to as the administration wing, where Utica United's office will be located. Hey, thanks for watching. Please share your comments, your ideas, your opinions on what you think some good uses for the school or some of the spaces in the school could be used for. Your input will be very much appreciated and will help us shape and create what's to come for this historic building and for the community. So thank you for watching. Thanks for all of your input you all have been sharing on our Facebook page and our group. Please share the page and group with everybody you can. The more eyes and people we have involved in watching and seeing this transformation of the property, the better it'll be. So God bless you, thank you, and there's more to come.